It's been a while since Batwoman wrapped up its first season. Based on the DC Comics superheroine of the same name, this live-action television series debuted in the CW in 2019, acting as the sixth mainline installment of their DC television franchise, the Arrowverse. As you may recall, I previously made videos recapping my thoughts on the entirety of Arrow and Black Lightning, respectively, and I'm currently working on a similar video for The Flash. Even though Batwoman is set in the same continuity as those three shows, I think it'll be better for this series to get a regular review, considering that it's only one season so far. I remember when it was first announced that Batwoman would be joining the Arrowverse back in 2018. I was so happy to see the Batman mythos integrated into this continuity beyond the occasional Easter egg and/or lesser-known supporting characters or villains showing up in Arrow. I liked how they were using the Kane incarnation of Batwoman, who was retconned to be Batman's cousin during the New 52, as the Arrowverse already had a show centered around the Kara Zor-El incarnation of Supergirl, who is Superman's cousin. In addition, Batwoman is the first live-action superhero television series with an LGBTQ+ protagonist. I believe that everyone deserves to feel represented in the entertainment media that they consume, and I'm glad that the CW was continuing to push for representation in their shows. Fast forward a few months later, and Batwoman made her Arrowverse debut during that year's crossover, Elseworlds. It established that Bruce Wayne has been MIA for 3 years, and Kane has started protecting Gotham City in his stead as Batwoman. Portrayed by Ruby Rose, Batwoman helps Green Arrow, The Flash, and Supergirl retrieve the Book of Destiny and restore Earth-1 back to normal. I liked how she was a no-nonsense individual determined to protect her city. I also like how she started to develop a friendship with Supergirl, mirroring their cousins' partnership. Fast forward a year later, and Batwoman got her own television series. I mean, Kate's appearance in Elseworlds was praised by critics and fans alike, so I was expecting this to happen eventually. Overall, Batwoman Season 1 was very enjoyable. I really liked the main premise of this season. The first few episodes take place sometime before Elseworlds, depicting Kate's first few weeks fighting crime as Batwoman. It's established that Kate first suited up to rescue Sophie Moore, her ex-girlfriend and the second-in-command of Crow Security, run by her father, Jacob. With the help of Wayne Enterprises employee Luke Fox and her stepsister, Mary Hamilton, Kate continues to protect her city as Batwoman, continuing where her cousin left off. The main threat in this season is the Wonderland Gang, led by Alice, aka Beth Kane, Kate's twin sister who was presumably killed in a car crash 15 years earlier. In addition, the Bat Team has to deal with menaces such as Magpie, Hush, and Nocturna. I found all of the main characters to be very interesting and compelling. I already mentioned how I liked Kate as a character, but the more tech-savvy, sarcastic Luke and the more extroverted, empathetic Mary work as great complements to the Scarlet Knight. I thought Alice was a great villain. I simultaneously felt bad for her as we learned more about her backstory, and was shocked every time she took a life or manipulated others into doing her bidding. Batwoman Season 1 did a good job creating a unique subsection to the Arrowverse. I like how it dealt with themes such as corruption within the law system, owning up to your family legacy, and never apologizing for who you are. I'm not a horror guy, but I did appreciate the horror elements in this series. For example, Alice's main henchman was Jonathan Cartwright, a gender-bent version of the obscure Batman villain Jane Doe. Johnny had the ability to perfectly mimic anyone's voice, and he and Alice both had a tendency to cut off people's faces and wear them as disguises. The only thing that I could remotely complain about this season is with Julia Pennyworth. Just like in the comics, Julia is the daughter of Bruce's butler, Alfred Pennyworth. Arrowverse Julia takes inspiration from the version featured in the post-Flashpoint DC universe, as they're both former operatives of the Special Reconnaissance Regiment who occasionally help out the Batman family. The problem is, Arrowverse Julia is white, while her post-Flashpoint counterpart is established to be biracial, her mother being black. The showrunner for Batwoman explained that they wanted a character who could trick Sophie into thinking that she was Batwoman instead of Kate, and Sophie wouldn't be fooled by one who was biracial. I think this is a dumb explanation, considering that there were several episodes of Arrow where John Diggle would fill out for Oliver Queen as Green Arrow, and nobody would bring up the fact that Diggle was black while Oliver was white. Other than this, I would definitely recommend Batwoman Season 1. Although I am looking forward to its upcoming second season, I am concerned about a certain creative decision confirmed to happen, but that's another video for another time. Hello, I see that you have reached the end of this video. If you liked what you just saw, you can give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Twitter at DialogueNerdy. If you really want to, you can also ring the bell to be notified every time I upload a new video.